Hey, what's up guys? It's been a minute since I posted, appreciate your patience. I posted a video up a while back, but basically it was just simply too long. I was rambling and covering a lot of territory where basically it turns off a lot of viewers just because it's simply too long and we don't have 20 minutes to watch me ramble about, well, topics I'm interested in, frankly. This is kind of a segue going off of my first video, which basically enumerates and explains why you must work out. Why I believe it's to the betterment of your life, to other people's lives, and will impact every major aspect of who you are as a person. You know, physical, emotional, self-actualizing in your work. Working is just an amazing key to living a full life. So if you haven't checked it out, please watch that video. That being said, if you watch it and find yourself, you know, inspired, like, yeah, I believe it, I agree, I think it's worth it to pursue this kind of thing. How do I get started? Not a big athlete, haven't done sports. This is the video for you. Basically, I'm going to get into a series of videos that are talking about motivation. I think it's insanely important to really study it and think about it and chew on it, especially if you're not one of those like type A persons that, you know, push yourself all the time just because you want to be the best, or personally you just, you know, hold yourself to a very high standard and you like to have a measuring stick for yourself at all times. So we're not all that way, and I get that. Me personally, motivation is a constant fight. Rarely am I always up here, but rarely am I usually down here. Usually it's like, oh, going good for a while, get some good results, feeling good, start to drink a little bit too much, tapering down, and it's a constant fight, right? You gotta stay engaged and fight the good fight, and that's okay. I think 99% of the people in the world are this way. Some people are just magic and make it to the gym, you know, 365 days a year. So this video is for everyone else. If you're like me, it takes some work, it takes some mental capacity and strength to get yourself going in the morning, kind of thing. So basically, you know, my experience, I was a very chunky kid growing up. I played some sports, but I wasn't super motivated, didn't have a healthy family, healthy lifestyle kind of pushing me to get it. So I wrestled with this idea a lot, you know, like how can I really like trick myself, and what are some shortcuts and hacks to, you know, stay motivated. So the other videos are going to be basically how to pursue like an enjoyable fitness routine, like where to look, some ideas, you know, how to make it fun, basically. How results play into the overall scheme of things and the projection of this lifestyle, right? When can results be expected to happen? What are they going to look like? What happens if I don't see them? Am I doing it wrong? Things like this. Fourth one will be goals. The importance that goals play in the overall program, and along with that, benchmarks to tell whether you're on or off track in regard to actually obtaining them. And then finally, just being honest and accountable with yourself and developing a support group that will keep you accountable too. So that being said, a little bit about habits. Habits basically, simply put, make it easier for you to do something. And this can be good or it can be bad. Philosophically, it's easy to see, right? There's an interesting quote. It says, habits are the worst of masters, but the best of servants. That's saying if you do something, you know, that you don't like, you know, maybe lying to yourself about life, maybe that's a bit too heavy, maybe just something you don't like smoking or too much drinking. It's a habitual thing, which means it's easy for you to do even though you don't like doing it. Conversely, doing something positive that you don't like to do becomes much, much more easy once you establish it as a go-to habit, right? Another one is the price of excellence is discipline. The price of mediocrity is regret. So this kind of goes into the first video as well, that like you're gonna feel much happier about yourself when you take sacrifices and push yourself in aspects of life, not just fitness. But the price of mediocrity is regret. And no one wants to, you know, grow past their life and realize I could have, I would have, I should have, I was unwilling to work. So develop habits, that's what it's about. So scientists, I think, have generally said habits take anywhere between 25 and 30 repetitions of a given task in similar environments and similar situations to actually be instilled in your brain as a normal thing. That being said, if you get up every morning, you have a glass of orange juice, you have a cup of coffee, you read your devotional, then you go for a run. After, you know, a month of doing this, you're going to wake up and it's going to feel like, oh man, I got to get my running shoes. Where are my running shoes? I have to go run. And I've been there too, where I'm used to working out in a certain way, and then something came up, I had dinner come up, and I felt really weird and real, yeah, just uneasy that something wasn't right in life. So they're incredible in the fact that like once you make it through the first 25 or 30 times, you're off to the races, so to speak, and it's going to be basically reinstilled in you. So do what you can. The short-term goals, do everything you can to build a healthy habit. Tell your friends, tell your coworkers, I want to work out, 3 times a week, I want to do this, and have them check up on you. Tell your parents, people to keep you accountable is really important. So that being said, build some positive habits, do what you can to make it through the first 25 to 30 repetitions of any given task, and I promise you it will get much easier. Thanks for your time, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.